going to Cape Town for a family reunion, I think was interesting, and this is the point I want to bring up, okay? It was my wife's family, okay? But in going there, there were about 300 people. And I said, outside the fun and the joy and the merriment and the reacquainting with people, which is great, right? One of the great things about families coming together in these reunions, or unions as I would call it, in this case, I'll call it the Latief union, was the ability for families to mobilize. And there where I am, and suddenly the talk is less about the fun and the games and playing rugby and that sort of thing, but more about, hold it, what happens if we come together? What happens if we set up boreholes for the communities that need boreholes? What happens if we set up a trust? What happens if we try and assist our own families? What happens if we try and assist the communities who are downtrodden and we as families can come together? So suddenly, a reunion, which at its core was just meeting and connecting, becomes so much more powerful. And that got me thinking about a chat I had with someone who is a Zulu-speaking person a few years ago. He made the point and he said, Ashraf, you know what? I have to work so hard in my life. And I said, why? He said, because I've made a commitment that no family member of mine must sink into poverty, not one of them. I need to be extra busy with my businesses, show greater acumen, because I see my power of influence. And that therefore goes back to my point about these reunions. One of the things we must not underestimate is the powers of families coming together to support one another in a way that even government cannot do. And I'm talking about all families from across the country. We can all do that. And hopefully this feedback can inspire you in your own way to say, what are you doing to invest in the overall infrastructure of your own family to ensure that none of your family members fall by the wayside, and whatever difficulties they have, hey, you're there for them. It's possible. It can be done. That's called not family reunions. That's called family union.